This seems to be the tricky part of getting that back feed. But Mila seems to be able to do it without the back feed, and I don't understand. Maybe it's because of the location difference. This seems to be the tricky part of getting that back feed. We're gonna cut this off because I dropped this back. But Mila seems to be okay, Dave. We're just going to record this, and then I'm going to have to upload it onto YouTube. We can't go this live and still do the recording on Zoom because we end up with that back feed. So once again, a lesson learned in how to do this, and hopefully others won't have to learn the same lessons. Hi guys. There we go. All right. So let's get started again. We're here on the HealthEagle Show. Welcome all you Health Eagles, and here is the Health Eagle, and we're ready to get going on USANA training. The importance of being a product of the products and having your own story. Okay, once again, the HealthEagle Show. Let me get this down to keep that out of the way. All right. HealthEagle Show is a weekly presentation of information relating to great nutrition, appropriate exercise, and healthy lifestyles that help you optimize the longevity by improving health and happiness and creating the healthiest family on earth. That's because we're trying to change the paradigm of people dying too long and living too short. Okay. Gaining knowledge is one of the fastest ways to impress upon those around you just how capable you are. It has become common for people who want to be entrepreneurs to replace knowledge with charisma and offer vague promises instead of valuable information. In my experience, they do not succeed. Customers value passion over apathy and want to work with those who showcase a complete understanding of their work. When you know your products, it becomes easier to sell, provide support, and attract attention. That means one of the most effective things any leader in this business can do to ensure success is to learn everything about their products. Customer service relies on product knowledge. Product knowledge is an essential customer service skill. It helps build trust between you and your customers, creates more positive customer service experience, and allows agents to provide accurate and helpful product information. When associates understand their products that they're selling, they can exhibit more passion about them, which can lead to more positive response from the customers. Understanding how products work to increase your credibility. You need to know how products work in order to increase your credibility with your customers. There's no way around it. If you're going to be successful in this business, you have to use the products yourself. Understanding how the product fits in your lifestyle, think about the products you have incorporated in your life and can't live without. Products breed passion. The more you use the products, the more passionate you feel about them. And you get to talking about this, and the products that have the most benefit for you. I mean, you've heard me, get really excited when I talk about USANA products and when I have personally benefited from them, especially Percosa. Okay, it's made a big difference in my life. It's been able to give me back my mobility and back uh, my healthiness and my be able to be more active. I mean, at 67 years old, okay, yeah, this guy is 67 years old, and I'm as active as I was when I was 35, and that's because of my USANA products and my usage of USANA products. I cannot get more positive about that, and that's because I am a product of the products, and I want to help you to understand how to do that. Now, the products are the most important part of a company's marketing mix. They can be tangible or intangible. So that includes your ability to have happiness and healthy lifestyle. And it also means that those things that are wellness beneficial also wrap up into this products that we provide in USANA, and having the ability to help our clients see that in us, to see that benefit in us, because we are we are the company's best billboards, right? We are advertising just by people looking at us. And that's not just because I wear the t-shirt, okay? It's not because I wear the t-shirt, okay? It's not because I wear the ball cap. Of course, it's baseball season and you got to be out there looking like you're into baseball, okay? But the key component of it is that, are you excited? Are you passionate based upon your experience with the actual products? And do you look the part? Now, in developing your USANA story, that is your story about being a product of the products, what it transitioned, you need to have an ability to tell your story and to have the skills in presenting. And so in looking at your ability to present, all right, you need to develop your USANA story. You need to have an ability to learn how to present to others and to effectively tell your story and develop your story by having the experience of having used the products. The change that you undergo from the first day you enter into the USANA family to where you are when you're making your presentation and your story is key to how people see the benefit for themselves. How do you relate to that? Now, for myself, my USANA story has many, many versions because I have had many, many transitions. I take my story and I break it down for the audience that I'm talking to. And that is an important component of it. When I'm discussing and getting to know my customers, I get to know what it is that they want to know. And then I present my story that brings about the transition to them. So, for instance, I just brought on board a couple of associates, and in each of them, we have cultivated over time the benefit of the products. And when they saw me in person, they clicked, it understood, hey, he's not a young guy, and yet he acts like a young guy. I want what he has. And so not only did I get the husband, I got the wife, each one as an associate, because I was able to, well, because I knew the benefit of the business, how they could use their own purchases to make more money than just on their downline. So by organizing them and starting them off together, I was able to show them how they can make money on their own orders. And that was a key component, in addition to showing them the tax benefits that they would be able to enjoy as a home business. Additionally, they had previously been PCs, and they transitioned to becoming associates, and they did have their own USANA story that they could correlate, but each one was able to relate to what I was doing and wanted to do what I was doing. So they upped the ante on their purchases so that they would get the same products. Now, I use just about every single product that USANA offers. And if you paid attention to my hormonal presentations, the endocrine system back the fall and winter of 2022, excuse me, you would know that you have products that are beneficial to both male and female, but at the same time, they're beneficial to the opposite as well. So for instance, Estra Pro, okay, helps in male hair loss. That is, it helps you prevent male pattern baldness, as well as the palmetto, right? The palmetto is also beneficial to women and helps women with or to prevent female hair loss as they get older. So it all deals with the ability to increase estrogen and decrease DHT. And in both cases, the palmetto is really good for men for their prostate health, but it also captures the DHT and helps prevent male pattern baldness. And at the same time, for women, it helps them prevent male pattern baldness as they age and their estrogen levels drop, so that the testosterone becomes more effective in their bodies. That is, having more effect. All right. So they may have hair growth where they don't want it and hair loss where they don't want it. So Palmetto Plus helps in that. And then also on the Estra Pro side is that, or it's Estra Pro, because it used to be Estroven. Estra Pro is that you have the ability to help men with male pattern baldness. Okay, so there you have it. So yes, I use every product and I know what every product does and what the benefit has been for me. Okay, it has been for me. That I want to import back to you so that you have a story to tell. You have an ability to figure out what is best for yourself. To become a successful professional, you must develop your ability to communicate well with many different types of people, whether they're telling someone your USANA story or giving them a formal presentation about USANA, or being a powerful presenter can enhance your ability to communicate effectively and will be a valuable skill in your life and in your businesses. It's in this business, it's a relationship business, right? We're in a relationship business. Our ability to communicate is very, very important. Reach out, touch, talk, understand, commiserate, right? And also feel, so that you're better able to help people with their issues. And one of the things that lots of people love to talk about is their health. And when you're talking to people about their health, it's important to be able to know how to interject your story and then get them excited about it, so that they are then attracted to the products that you can introduce to them. For instance, I was touring Smithville, Virginia a couple of weeks ago, or last week, actually. Last week, I was in Smithville, Virginia. I'm home, by the way. Yeah, the backdrop is not home. That back there is Wake Island picture, looking at the lagoon there from my past, okay? But I am back home in Florida, and I'm getting ready next week to go again to Indiana and to travel around. If you knew anything about it, my car broke down in Virginia I had to leave it there to get some engine work done. I picked up a new truck because I needed a new truck. And so I also needed a truck to tow the car home later. And so anyway, I got a truck. It's good. Yeah, beautiful white truck. And oh, by the way, guys, I did get the magnetic signs. I ordered the magnetic signs to go on my truck. I'm waiting for them to come in. I'm looking forward to it. I got this beautiful white truck. I'm going to have these beautiful signs. Let's see how it turns out. Are we talking about product of the products? Yes, indeed. We want to take the opportunity to use the tools and the products that the company offers so that you can explain how it does. And one of the things is to be able to demonstrate your loyalty to the company as well as to get people interested. Now, a sign is a sign until somebody pays attention to it. And you never know when somebody's going to pay attention to it. It's just like your website. If you don't draw people to it, right, it's going to be hard for folks to find it. But you take your website and you'll note that on every one of my presentations, my website is shown, right? In the beginning and at the end. I post my website on my presentations so that when people go to my presentations, either now or years from now, okay, they're going to be able to see my website. They're going to be able to go to it. And USANA provides you that website and they keep it up to date. All you have to do is a little bit of personalization, right? And people can actually sign themselves up as PCs, sign themselves up as associates, right? And buy products. And how many times have you had an email from the company that says, hey, you got a new customer? And I said, well, I didn't have any customers. They went to the website. Golly, what a tool. Is it the product of the products? Yes, it is. It's not just the probiotic, it's not just the Procosa, it's not just the health pack, it's all those business tools that you're given an opportunity to take part in and use, like your business card, right? You can order business cards and you have them to pass out, right? You have your website. You can actually copy your website and put it in your emails, put it in your presentations, put it in your videos, just like this. And, exposure is same as exposure. And there's nothing quite like making money and helping people while you're sleeping. So I want you to pay attention to that. Then we're going to go, and without fail, the best way to start a presentation is to tell your USANA story. You got a USANA story. You've heard a couple of mine already, and I love to tell USANA stories. I get so excited telling people about USANA because I am passionate about my products. I'm passionate about my products because I understand the science. I understand what my clients need. I try very hard to relate the individual products to the needs of my clients. Sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't, sometimes they go this way, sometimes they go that way. But for me, nobody's ever going to take my USANA away, okay? Nobody's ever going to convince me that it's no good. This is not the right thing to be doing because I am a product of the products. My life is substantially different than 8 years ago when I started this product. These products. I got introduced to USANA by Jishi, and I was taking all kinds of stuff. I mean, all kinds of stuff. My cardiologist a year prior, he had told me, he says, you start eating better or I'm going to have to cut on you. Well, quite frankly, at 56, my dad had his first heart attack when he was 56. Let's see, I was 58. My dad had his first heart attack at 56, okay? He died when he was 63 from heart attacks. And he says, I'm going to have to cut on you. And I go, so being a smart guy, I just started a new pretty much what I needed to do. I just went to the stores. I went onto a line. I went to Amazon. I went to GNC, and I went to Walmart, and I went to Walgreens and CVS and so forth. And I went down the line there, and I got bunches of stuff that I knew that I needed to have because that's what it was supposed to be. I took that stuff, and it never made me feel different. Never made me feel different. However, when Jishi told me about USANA and she showed me the book, the Comparative Guide to Nutritional Supplements, and I read it. I read the front page. I looked at the bibliographies. I got, okay, well, this makes sense. And I said, why not? I said, why not? Because I'm already taking this stuff and I'm not feeling any different. I'm spending the money. So I started taking USANA. In 3 weeks, I was off of my Prilosec. That's acid reflux medication. 3 weeks, I didn't need it. I'd been on it for 20 years. And in 3 weeks, I didn't need it anymore. I started getting excited. But over time, many more things changed. And I think you've probably heard my story about my arm and my eyes and my weight loss and so forth. 60 pounds later in November, I'm moving a household and picking up stuff that I would never have been able to pick up and move. 28 truckloads of moving my home household goods, and so forth. And then I learned the tax benefits of having your own home business. Okay, I'm in. And I've been in full stream ever since, and I will always be doing that. And I know the science of USANA is top notch, and its relationships are top notch, and the trust of the athletes are key, and all of these things. And that's what I'm trying to impart to you is that this is all part of being a product of the product. You need to use the products. You need to find out what they do for you. Okay. Monitor your change. See how it makes you feel. Do you get more energy? Are you less susceptible to illness? These are all important things. Do you heal faster? Okay, this is one of the great things I love about USANA is that the more active I got, right, the more tendency I had to do injury to myself. Always stretching the limit, right? More activity, you feel better, you're outside doing more things, right? And you tend to overdo it. Or, accidents occur, such as my motorcycle accident last year, right? I busted up the shoulder really good, falling on it. Good thing I had my helmet on and I kept the helmet up, but I ended up hitting here. I fractured a bone, broke a bone, dislocated the joint, and tore a tendon. Okay. All right. Let me stand up. This is fantastic. Okay. From it. Okay. Full mobility. Full mobility, no pain. How can you not give credit to the USANA products that you're using? Because I did not have any surgeries. I did not do anything other than wear a brace for 6 weeks. Okay. And it was, various different motions, but I never had any other issues associated with that. And, at 66 years old, when I injured it, okay, I healed pretty darn good. Don't you think? I mean, don't you really think that healing is amazing? I said that without the products, and I can talk to you individually about which ones, okay, because it was growing bone, getting rid of inflammation, and repairing cell signaling technology in the cell essentials. Okay, this intelligence technology in those products. Okay, intelligence technology does what? You got to know, what does it do? And we can talk about that on another show if you do not know, but get to know your intelligence technology, which products have it, which products don't, how to use it. And it's the greatest health insurance that money can buy. It's actually the cheapest health insurance any money can buy. You know what health insurance costs. If you're working for somebody and somebody else is paying your health insurance, okay, take a look at what they're paying. It's substantial. All right. And you can buy an awful lot of USANA for that amount of money. All right. Now, I don't want you to give away your health insurance, but what I want you to do is to understand the benefit of the. Now, can I say this? No, I can't. How it benefited me and how it might benefit you. Hopefully the sensors from USANA are going to be okay with that, because we can't say that the products heal, cure, or in any way, do that because of the rules and regulations on nutritional products, okay, and the marketing of nutritional products. And that has to do with the old snake oil salesman scares. But basically, I'm telling you, read about cell signaling, how it was developed, how it's done. That information is available. You can look it up on Google. You can look it up on Ask the Scientists, anywhere. Cell signaling. USANA calls it intelligence technology. Was discovered in 2013. We productized, that is, these guys, USANA, productized cell signaling technology, and they patented it in they productized it in 2018. It was patented in 2021. It had to go through the whole patent process and so forth. But the patent it has been issued for intelligence technology. So know that. And we can go into individual products. Hopefully you will ask questions so that I can address those in future presentations. Now, so many other people have stories to tell. Now, you just heard one of my stories, okay? And I can elaborate, I can make it shorter. You give me a 3-minute elevator brief, I know how to give 3-minute elevator briefs. Elevator brief is the time it takes you to talk to somebody when the elevator closes to when it opens up again. That's what an elevator brief is. Sometimes that's all you get, is that short window, and you have to be able to talk about your story then. It's much easier to have a story if you have the experience of being a product of the product. The product of the products. There's multiple products, okay? And we discussed that. There's the products you consume. There's the products for the business. There are the intangible products that go along with it, the excitement, the benefit of being part of a growing, healthy family. I can tell you that the last USANA International Convention in Salt Lake City, I observed something very, very, very motivating to me. All right. There were paraplegics who were associates in USANA, and they're driving their wheelchairs around with their noses or their teeth or an elbow or a prosthetic or something, and they're moving around, and they are as happy and healthy as anybody else in the room. They may not have use of all their limbs, but their attitudes were sky high. And it was so motivating. I just couldn't, it just got into my soul and made me so very excited about why I do USANA and why I get excited when I tell somebody about it. All right. So we've hit upon this, and we have the opportunity to study other people's stories to get the idea. In order to get your story, you have to think about, what is your why? Why are you into USANA? Why did you become an associate, and what were you trying to accomplish? Now, if you became an associate because you're trying to build family, that is a great story. If you're trying to earn income, that's a great story. If you're trying to help other people, that's a great story. If you're trying to help yourself, that's a great story. You just have to be able to package it up so you can talk, one, what it was that, what the problem was, what you did about that problem, and what the results are. 3 steps. Why, what, and then what happened. And that's great. So when you go back to my story, and I says, I did it because my heart health, all right? And I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to live longer. I wanted to live longer than my parents did. Okay. But I also wanted to live longer for my girlfriend. I didn't want to be a liability. And I think that was a very, very important thing. And I give GC a lot of credit for this, because she was a huge motivator for me. But she was tolerant of my need for time and to do my own analysis of the USANA opportunity, the USANA products first, and then the business opportunities second. That was what I needed. I needed the products first, and the business opportunity came along second. Quite frankly, I wasn't hurting for money when I joined USANA. Okay. I'd been a CEO. I know what it takes to be a CEO. Okay. I know how hard it is to be a CEO. I know the health implications of being a CEO, the stress, the worry, there's nothing like not knowing where your next dollar is coming from so that you can make payroll. And you got a payroll of 6 million a week. Okay. And your customer's not paying you because of some federal issue going on or something like that. Okay. And I got old fast. However, when I got USANA, when I started, on the day I started with the USANA products, I looked like I was 20 years older than I was. Okay. 8 years later, I look like I'm 20 years younger than I am. How about that for a story? All right, that's wrapping it up. Hopefully you have that. Anybody, let's open up for comments. Everybody turn on their microphones. Let's get going. Let's talk about what we got from this. Go back over here. There we go. All right. Yeah, Oh yeah, your story needs to be 90 seconds to 2.5 minutes, and you need to have your why and so forth. Okay, so let's go to the end. Hi, Mila.
Hello.
We miss you much.
We miss you too.
All right. So tell us what you've been doing. I know it's been USANA oriented.
Yeah. So this last week, we finished attending the China Baby Care Convention in Xiamen, and it was a great convention. Seeing all the people look like us attending the convention, and yeah, we do have very good information. So the three, number one, right? So number one is the family, number two is the associate, and number three is the health. So we want to promote our family always the first. And the company, of course, our associates the most important.
Okay. So there you've got a couple of meetings coming up. I see Jishi on the side there. Maybe she'll show a pretty beautiful face. There we go. Hi, Jishi.
Hello.
Okay. And you're meeting with our family in China, all of our friends and so forth. So that's excellent. Family members and family, growing our businesses overseas. And
Jerry.
hello, Jerry.
Hello. Hello.
All right. All right. That's super. Now, hopefully,
Anybody here?
I was able to do that. Were you able to follow along okay, Jerry?
他说你去参加年会听得懂吗？
听得懂。
Okay, because I put in the Chinese translation in here, but I think it's only translating what you say and not what I say. So, yeah, I still have a lot to learn. Maybe with Mila back on a time zone that we can actually communicate, because we weren't able to communicate much while you were in India or France or England and so forth because of time zone problems.
Yeah. Right now,
Okay.
China is 12-hour difference.
Okay, so for our family members who might watch this video, okay, one of the lessons learned, Mila, I think if I understood from one of your texts, is that to grow business in India, we have to have a business visa. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. So how long does it take to get a business visa for India?
So I'm submitting right now. I don't know how long it takes, but Yusana provide me the invitation letter for the business visa.
Okay, so did you ask them through customer service, or who did you ask in USANA for that?
I asked the head of the vice president of India.
Okay.
So he's the head for India. I built a very, very good relationship with everybody in the executive position.
All right.
So Puneet is the vice president, and then we have backgrounds. We have Manpreet. They're all executive in USANA. So everything done by them. So they're really loving. They call Mama Gigi. So they're very loving Mama Gigi in India. Everybody loves her, and they shout on the stage.
I'm jealous.
Mama Gigi, come up. Mama is like, oh, really? Yeah.
Okay. So would you be able to get me a visa, a business visa, or at least give me a letter so I can submit for a business visa for India?
Of course. I want to test the water first, and then I get everything settled, and I will do that for you.
Okay. And currently, let's see, that means you've been to the European Convention in Nice, France, and travel around Europe. You went to Middle East. We still don't have any opening for USANA there, but hopefully that won't be too much longer to get one Arabic country open, and then the floodgates will occur, hopefully. I mean, I have people biting that they're at the bit there in Jordan, so and he says, just get one open and I'm good,
Yeah.
And then we can get India open as soon as you're able to, or for us, for the global health team. And then you now in China, you've already been to the Chinese National Convention. What are you planning on doing next in China?
Our next plan is to traveling in the south here to meeting more our USANA family and our own family too. So we're gonna head to Zhuhai, then Dongguan, and after that we will go into Shanghai, and then after that we're probably going to the west.
Okay. And then we're all planning to meet up in Las Vegas for the Americas and Europe convention. That's the 8th through the 10th of August.
Yep,
So
that's right.
okay. So here's the thing is that Las Vegas sold out so fast, and anybody else is trying to get in on, the waiting list. And I don't know how successful they are going to be to get on the waiting list. Next year, the 2025 convention is going to be back up in Salt Lake, and it's going to be an international convention. So that's everybody, open to everybody around the world. And I want to get as many of our global health team to that convention as possible. So I was told here recently that the 2025 convention, like previous conventions, will open for reservations or for tickets, right, immediately at the end of this year's convention. And I want everybody to get ready for that, so that as soon as we got the ability to buy the 2025 tickets, we can get them at the cheapest rate, and we get them so we don't have anybody missing the ability to attend the Salt Lake City convention. Because guess what? It's the 35th anniversary of USANA in 2025.
Wow.
And that's going to be a big deal. Okay, 35th anniversary. So we've done the 30th anniversary. We know how big that deal was. You all did the 25th and 20. Is it the 25th anniversary? I'm getting confused. Anyway, maybe I'm run out of Copa Prime.
Yep, time to take some.
Time to take some more. Yeah. That's one of the things, you got to understand your own body, right? It's another lesson learned for everybody out there. You got to know your body and what your body needs in the way of dosage of your products. Okay. And you do that by being a product of the products and finding out at what level you need to have your products, what dosing you need to have your products for what is of concern to you. Okay. And I can talk to you specifics about my lessons learned on Precosa. I know how to grow bone, so I know what the collagen requirements are and the calcium requirements and the zinc requirements are for doing that, as well as, the Vision X products for protecting the eyesights, right? And now I've got to learn a little better about how much more Copa Prime I'm going to need as I continue to age. And I don't want my brain aging at the same rate. Because as as capable as I am to do a lot of different things, these things here never earned me any real dollars after high school. Okay. After high school, everything has been up here, and I got to be able to protect this up here in order to continue to live life to its fullest and to be able to enjoy it and to be as big a benefit to everybody else that I intend to be. And thus protecting what's in the cranium, is important. And I will tell you that's a combination of Biomega, CoQ10, Copa Prime, Vision X, and K2. Okay, so there you have it, another product lesson that we have. We're coming up on the end of our day. Is anybody else? Jerry, how's it going with you?
Let me translate to. 他说啊，就是你最近过得怎么样？
我过最近 yesterday night I go to the gym with Mina.
Yeah, yesterday I took Jerry to the gym with me, and he's he's really making it for the gym, push really hard.
Yeah,
that's great. Yeah, that's great. Now, when you get better at the gym, you got to go side by side in a Spartans game.
Oh,
what?
You're gonna have to take my place. The last time I did a Spartan game, it reminded me that I can't go side by side, head to head with Mila anymore.
跟你运动好，就和我一起做前训练比赛。我之前是代表和我一起比赛。
比赛。
他60多岁和我一起比赛。
哪个问题
？Oh, hey, Julia.
Hi, Mila.
Oh, there she is. Hi, Julia.
Oh, hi, everyone.
You look pretty and gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. I have just done the dance. Then I had to check my WeChat. I found that you and the Jiting had sent the meetings information. I have to try it. And then you guys are still on the meeting.
Yeah, we're still on the meeting.
你好，美女。你好，你们怎么样？现在去跳舞了，真好。是。Do you have a fun trip in China? Yeah, we're in Shenzhen. Oh, in Shenzhen right now. Oh. Yeah.
Okay. And Dave, how's things going with you? You get are you all I know what is your what's your status? What's going on?
We're still working on our stuff for Hawaii trip. And just kind of working on trying to locate some new associates. And re-engage a few of the inactive people to see if we can't get a little bit of traction with them, help them, kind of find their why they need the products, what they need, and really spend more time figuring out, what what bait to put on the hook, I guess, is the best way to put it. So see what they're needing and meet those needs. That's kind of the bigger challenge. I know Gwen and I are both being, she got recommended in her Chinese doctor class to read the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. So she's reading the Mandarin version. I'm reading the English version. So just looking for things to pick up and relate to people. It's all about, you talk a lot about the story, and the story is really a part of that relating to people. What things, how has it benefited me that they may be able to relate to? How has it benefited Gwen that someone else might be able to relate to? Because it all comes down to meeting someone else's need.
Yeah. Has spring happened there in the
it's warming up. We might be getting our first 50-degree day here. We still got a lot of snow. I went out to check out a couple of sites to kind of walk them for a job today, and there was still too much snow to walk across it. So we still got a lot of snow. But it's gone down a lot.
All right. Well, good.
Nice. And David said that his location still has snow. It is April 19 already. Which state are you living?
We're in Alaska, so we'll probably have snow till May 1st, maybe beyond.
Alaska.
Yeah.
That's
there's still a lot here. We've got some pretty big piles yet, but and we had a lot of snow this year. This was like the second or third most snow they've ever had up here. So it's been a busy one.
Surprised that your place still has snow. However, your information is really quickly to catch up with Sean. And yes, he did show me up his car because I was just wondering who is driving the same car as Sean. Then he was just show me up tonight, and hopefully. Yes, something is like you expected to show up tomorrow.
Okay. So that's great, Julia. I was saying I'm back in Florida, but I'm leaving again on Monday, and then I'll be on the road. So I'll be talking to everybody again next Friday. I'll be at my grandkids' house in Indiana.
In Indiana.
So what should we talk about next week? Okay. I'd love to be able to let everybody have an opportunity to tell their stories. And yet that is a scary proposition for most, to get online and tell their stories. But what do you feel like next week? What would be a great topic? What do we need to talk about? Okay. That's it's kind of deafening, but we need to come up with a topic that's going to best be able to help you in your business. What are the things that's going to be best able to help you? One of the things that I did recently was I did some research on Meniere's syndrome, and that helped me get one associate in the last month. And do you have anything like that you might need to have more information on or have a discussion about? All right, this is always the tough part, right? Of doing this as a weekly show. And it is my goal to be of benefit to you. Okay. And hopefully the topics that I do talk about are of benefit to you. They certainly benefit me. Okay. The teacher always learns the most. So when you get to doing this yourself, okay, for your tree, then you tend to learn a lot about it. Now I can rehash old stuff, and I can go back and do new stuff. I can go back to doing, a product, talk about a particular product. So what would be the best product you want to know about? I mean, new products are being introduced in the run up to August, when we'll have product announcements, new products in the United States. In China, apparently, they have a brand new mouthwash that's been added to their product line, and a prebiotic. You're looking lovely, Mila. I know you guys got a meeting to go to.
Yes, we're going to Shenzhen. There's a event. They're going to talk about the business today.
Okay.
So we're bringing.
Are you going to the USANA office?
Yes, we have a team event today.
A team event today. Okay, that's fantastic. All right. All right. Well, as always, I'm open to suggestion, okay, for these presentations to be able to cover subjects that are of most interest to you or you need to know about right now. And I will help you do the research and get you at least an hour discussion on that particular product that you're interested in. Or we can talk about a syndrome or an illness or something and what a product line protocol might be that will help do that. Talk about it. I have access to Dr. Ladd's protocols, so I can double check and pull information off of and from Dr. Ladd McNamara. He's one of our associates. He's a retired gynecologist, OBGYN. So now he's not encumbered by the pharmaceutical industry. He's also the author of the book, The Cholesterol Conspiracy. If you haven't read it, you need to do that. Or, maybe we can pull on one of the topics that, you know, like you're doing, Dave. You're reading a book. I could possibly do look at the comparative guide. Now, the comparative guide is not going to be issued again in paper copy. The next version is going to be electronic. I talked to the McNamara offices about when they're going to have a release. It should be after the convention. I would really love to hear that it's, you know, we can pick up a or download a copy at convention, but we'll have to see. But it's due out. The next version of the comparative guide is due out. The last version was 2018, so it's a little bit dated, and technology moves forward. So would be good to have an ability to have the next comparative guide out. But I can go and talk about a chapter in that, like cell signaling, for instance, would be a great conversation. I had a conversation on cell signaling not earlier this week. So.
Oh yes, yeah, I have to say, yeah, but really like Yosana some products for the next week. I mean, like you training for how to getting effective Yosana product for enhance land or something for the spring and summertime. That's what we would like to have. Yeah, as you mentioned that Hector is another top leader in this area. Yeah, yes, he is. He had so many dance members in his studio already, which means I would like him to either way he need to join with us, or he seems like me, just like to be one of the Usana's customer, just for consumer, which is good too. However, he is a top dance instructor in our city, Tampa. As you know that this is a very important city in Florida, since Tampa is the number 2 largest city in Florida. That's why in the future, if you want really leading more than other places, perhaps my city is more important than travel city, or just because this city has more industries and the high-tech company, as well as financial firms, which
Well,
means
I'll be in touch with you, Julia, because I'd love to have ability to come and see you in Tampa, and 2, maybe we do it for a broadcast, and we just host it at your place, and we can get to know Tampa and its
yes.
environs. That would
Okay.
sound great. All right. So
All right. Like
yeah.
yours.
So it is now 10 o'clock at my clock, which means we've been at this for an hour. Dave, let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you. Obviously, I'm more than happy to get on to 3-way calls to talk to people, or to continue to do what will be of most benefit to you. All right. So everybody, we'll see you next time on the Health Eagle Show. All right. Everybody take care. And be safe. All right. Bye-bye.
Safe.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.